The following is rated TVMA and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
You can't even do the food.
Yeah, what's up, people? At Talk Radio. My wife just dissed me on camera during my intro.
Did everybody see that? Hear it?
Yeah, the mic was on. My wife's just crazy, man. She's like talking crap, making fun of her husband, while I'm trying to go live and have talk radio fun over here.
Well, maybe you should have let me do what I have.
No, you're not gonna give me a wedgie. I don't care if it's Wedgie Wednesday. Anyways, people, I hope y'all are doing good, having a good week so far. It's been a good week for me so far. Just kind of, get back into a live here tonight. I've done pre-recorded a couple times, so. But before I get too far into this episode here, the wife gave me an idea to kind of give a sample of the history of wedgies.
For Wedgie Wednesday.
And I found this video on YouTube, and I figured I'd put it on, and you guys can watch it. It's going to be kind of a little smaller up in the corner while I'm still watching, so you'll it'll be kind of fun. So it's get it to work. Hopefully, I mean, Anyway, here's the video.
Wedgie.
The wedgie.
Is that your underwear?
Part of it.
A simple yet devastating prank that has haunted schoolyards, sleepovers, and gym lockers for decades. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself, where did the wedgie come from? Who invented it? And why do we find it so funny? Today we're diving deep into the history of the wedgie, from its origins as a prank to its bizarre evolution into pop culture stardom. This is the tale of how one underwear-related gag conquered the world. Let's start at the beginning, or should I say the bottom? Sorry. Before we had wedgies, we had underwear. And before underwear, we had, well, some very uncomfortable situations. Underwear has been around for thousands of years, but it wasn't until the early 1900s that elastic bands came into play. Suddenly, underwear became snugger, and with that snugness came opportunities. While we can't pinpoint the first wedgie, historical pranksters were definitely pulling at each other's undergarments long before the term existed. Fast forward to the mid-20th century, and we enter the golden age of the wedgie, the schoolyard. If you grew up any time after the 1950s, chances are you either witnessed or fell victim to this dreaded prank. The wedgie became a rite of passage for many, a symbol of dominance, humiliation, and let's face it, comedy. Its simplicity was its genius. Grab, yank, and watch the chaos unfold. By the 1980s, the wedgie was immortalized in pop culture. Movies like Revenge of the Nerds and The Breakfast Club made it clear no nerd was safe, and no bully could resist. The wedgie wasn't just a playground prank anymore. It was a pop culture phenomenon. TV shows like Saved by the Bell gave us wedgie scenes that were both hilarious and oddly relatable. And then came the internet, where wedgies took on a life of their own. Memes and even prank videos brought the wedgie into the digital age. While some might call it juvenile, the wedgie has proved to be a timeless gag. Why? Because nothing unites people like shared laughter and shared embarrassment. So what is it about the wedgie that keeps it alive? Maybe it's the simplicity. Maybe it's the universal hilarity of watching someone squirm. Whatever the reason, the wedgie remains a staple of pranks and pop culture. It's a reminder that even the most embarrassing moments can bring us together, usually at the expense of someone's dignity. So next time you pull a wedgie, or get one, just remember, you're participating in a tradition that's truly historic. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, unless you want.
a little wedgie history. Now, if you've ever had a wedgie, if you've ever grown up and had wedgie, people giving you wedgies, it's not necessarily fun, okay? It's not necessarily fun.
I'm sure you were the king of wedgies, huh?
No, I got a few wedgies as a kid. I didn't give wedgies. I got wedgies.
Yeah, that's the thing. You probably got a lot of wedgies.
Anyways.
Anyways, now look how you cut me off. You don't want to admit how many wedgies you got?
Yeah, couple.
A couple of them 2 or more than 10?
No, a couple, 2.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, I'm serious. I got kneed in the balls more than wedgies. Every time I asked a girl out. Ow! Okay, whatever. Anyways, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Talk Radio. And not just any episode, it's Wedgie Wednesday. And I just showed you a little bit of history of the wedgie. You know, Reggie's been around forever. I'm sure everybody in life at least got one wedgie out of in their life.
Nope, not me. I never have.
She hasn't yet. Well, you know, she'll get a bra-y. Bra-G.
I've given people wedgies though, but I've never gotten a wedgie.
Anyways,
Teenager or as an adult.
as I say, it's
And
not
no
just
one
any
should ever give me a
episode.
wedgie 'cause I'm too fat.
It's Wedgie Wednesday, the day where absolutely anything can happen. I don't plan these shows out on Wednesday. It's just, you know, let's be real.
Like,
Wednesday is just
Freya
like,
giving him a wedgie on camera.
just like crazy. She wants to give me a wedgie on camera.
To show them an example of a good wedgie.
No.
Rude, disappointing your viewers. No, I'm just doing.
She's ruining my whole script. She just keeps going. That's why I don't pan out Wedgie Wednesday, because anything can happen.
Oh no, if you actually had to plan on script, I would have planned on it.
Like I said, I don't plan these things out too much because let's be real. Wednesdays just feel like that weird middle of the week vortex where everything and nothing happens at the same time. And then you got voice from beyond behind you. I'm gonna give him a wedgie. I just want to give an example.
My voice doesn't sound like that.
Mine does.
I know.
So if you're here, welcome to the madness. If you're watching, let's get into it. Okay, today is March 19th, 2025, which means we're now officially 21.37% through the year. And if you want to get real specific, that's 11 weeks and 1 day, 78 days total, 1,872 hours,
And it's the last day of fall.
112,320 minutes, and 6,739,200 seconds of 2025. Where does time even go, man? It's like January 1st was just yesterday.
And
And then-
fall is officially over tomorrow morning.
Like the wife said, fall's over tomorrow. Tomorrow is the first day of spring. Hopefully, spring brings better weather and stuff. Because I still gotta get out and get to the park and do some like recording of myself doing a D&J show season 3, little clips here and there to put it together. But if you're tuning in live, drop a comment and say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're catching the replay, no worry. Make sure to leave a comment anyways because I go back and check them. I'm always checking for comments because that gives me things to possibly talk about on future episodes. So as yesterday and stuff, I'm going to start kind of doing these things, but audience questions, just kind of throw out to the audience. Y'all can comment, you know. So audience question. Since it's Wedgie Wednesday and things are completely random, tell me something random. It can be anything. What's on your mind? What's the weirdest fact you know? What's the last thing you ate? When's the last time you got a wedgie? You know, let's embrace the randomness and the weirdness of this day. Because I just see Wednesday as like the weird middle of the week thing where it's like, what happened to the last 2 days, don't really care anymore. But what's coming up in the next 2 days, you know, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? And we're in the middle where it's like, oh, whatever. But I will continue on my normal little tangent of things to talk about. So segment 1 is kind of like personal news, you know, just kind of, and it's a day of reflection and change and stuff. So talk about personal life updates. Today was one of those weirdly reflective days where I just started thinking about everything, my health, my daily routine, my goals, and where the hell my life is heading. You know, I don't know if it's going to be successful with a business or not. Okay? You ever have those days, right? Where you just start questioning every decision you've ever made. That was my day today.
Every decision you've ever made?
Well, not every decision, but you know what I mean.
question marrying me?
This is a script.
You said you didn't script it, sorry.
Yeah, I did.
You know, you just found yourself out.
I
You
always
just got out of the liar.
I always try to script stuff a little bit so I have something to talk about to fill an hour. And then my wife comes and just,
You said you were questioning every single decision you ever made.
She is so. See, even my show, I mess up. But first, my health stuff. I have my anticoagulant appointment today. Now, if you don't know, I have to get my NR levels checked regularly because I had the heart surgery. To make sure my blood's not too thick or not too thin. And I use kind of a little bit of AI to do these things, and then when the AI was like checked regularly to make sure my blood's not too thick or thin. Sounds fun, right? Sounds so dorky. Sounds fun, right? All they do is poke your finger and check your blood. It's not a big deal. Well, today's number was 3.0, which is in range. So that's a win. I go back in a month. All is good. Dude was like, oh, well, you're right on 3.0. You're not above it, so you're good. I was like, cool. Thank you. And then I walked to the appointment, which is a decent walk. So it gave me time to think and stuff. And just, getting to my appointment required a decent walk. That's what I just said. And you know what happens when you walk? You start thinking. So I was thinking, and I started realizing I need to do better. I need to spend less time worrying about things and make sure to just go with the flow and try to better myself with my business, with like personal stuff, my family. Like I want to, because my days are very just crazy. Okay, I'm helping my mama, helping my brother, doing the dinners and dishes, and then I'm trying to work on talk radio, then I'm trying to work on CrowRules Entertainment, and CrowRules Entertainment's on the lowest of the priorities right now, but I want to move that up so I can start working on CrowRules Entertainment and trying to move forward with that, because like I said on the last episode, moving away from videography kind of, and I'm wanting to just kind of concentrate on the entertainment side, like shows and this show and other shows that I might create, content creation, and then video yearbooks for schools, which is kind of what my main thing was at first, was video yearbooks. So I want to stick with that, but I want to go just work on entertainment stuff, talk shows, show creation, creating content for people to watch and have fun watching. And if it gets picked up by national TV ever, or if it gets Netflix, Hulu type thing, streaming networks, that's cool too. But if it just sticks to YouTube, Kick, and Twitch and Facebook, that's cool too. I don't really care. I just want to entertain people and have fun, and hope other people have fun. Yeah, it's just kind of a thing where I want to work on the business and try to get that going, because I've been slacking on that a lot. I haven't been contacting people much lately. Just kind of been blah. And then, I want to kind of put my days, I want to start scheduling my days a little bit, where sometimes for mom and Jason and family, whether it's helping my family or just spending time with my family, I want to make some time for that, and then make some time for CrowRules Entertainment, and then make some time for, dishes or cooking, whatever, and time for talk radio at night, and then also in between some personal time where it's just maybe get out for a walk or something and just have time to myself. Especially when I'm doing D&J show, sometimes I'll probably want to just go to the park by myself and do videos talking about Dan and me and our past of like making the D&J show in the past before he passed away. A lot of past. Just flashing around. But yeah, so I just, I made a decision today to try to structure my time and my life a little bit more and put priorities on different things and just kind of go with that. Like I downloaded this app called Notion or something, and it's supposed to help and give you like to-do lists where you can check off as you do it and organize things, plan things out, take notes. Like you can like type up a note to yourself if something pops in your head and you want to keep that memory. Say you're out and about, something comes to your head, just pull up the app and type in your thought, and it gets saved, and you can like use that. So maybe this will be the thing that actually helps me get things going with my business and get my life a little organized more than it is already. Because sometimes it can be pretty crazy and just running wild. Sometimes I get ran wild by my parents, my brother, my wife, everything. I'm like, oh my god. Anyways, audience question now. How do you manage your time and stay productive? Do you use any organization apps like Notion? If so, which ones work best for you? Like, cause I just downloaded Notion. I haven't really played around with it much. I gotta learn it, and I'm not good at learning. Sure. So next up, moving on to the business type of news, and talking CrowRules Entertainment. Like I said, I'll be real. I've been slacking on it. I keep talking about growing this business, and then I'm talking about making talk radio better, expanding my reach, and all this stuff, and pushing to get where I want to be with my business and my show and my reach to people. So with the game plan, I kind of wrote down a little bit of a game plan of how to go about CrowRules Entertainment. And, well, actually, the AI did kind of come up with this a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I'm not real, I'm not that talented. Because it says step 1, reach out to 3 to 5 schools per week about radio yearbooks. And then it says step 2, work on making talk radio even better, improving structure, engagement, and branding. So I'll be working on that, I guess. Step 3, use Notion to plan everything. Content creation to outreach to finances. I guess you can do all that. So I'm going to learn this Notion app thing, because you can plan out content creation even. You can kind of... Step 4, final step, stop doubting myself. I have support, but I need to actually believe I can make this work. I have the support. My mama supports me saying, the show's good, blah, blah, blah. The wife supports me saying the show's good, even though tonight she just blabbing, interrupting my AI script. And then calling me out saying I have my show scripted. Well, I gotta start somewhere. Okay, I gotta start somewhere. And
you're doing great. I believe in you. I'm proud of you. And there's nothing wrong with scripting. I'm just teasing you because you said that you weren't scripting. So I had to tell you on the like, oh, you just told everybody you don't script out the Wednesday show.
See, no, I said
it was being funny.
No, I don't. I said I don't plan it. I don't plan it. I just type up ideas, and then AI kind of pulls up some script type thing. I mean, all talk show people and stuff have scripts. They have their little monitor they watch and read off of. I mean, everybody does it. Like Jimmy Kimmel, who I'm gonna be bigger than someday. He has the teleprompter thing where he reads the script or whatever, reads his jokes and whatever, because he forgets. All talk show hosts have that. Come on, don't judge me. All of you, don't judge me. So, you know,
Are you at 1,000 subscribers yet?
no.
Dang it.
But I just gotta, yeah. Voice from Beyond wants 1,000 subscribers so I can dress like a girl and put makeup on. So I'm telling you, if you all get me to 1,000 subscribers, I will do that because the wife put me up to it and I thought it would be funny and I'll do it on talk radio, you know, and just have fun with it. What the heck, you know? I'll probably do it on a Wedgie Wednesday. So audience question, have you ever felt like you weren't pushing hard enough on something important? What's your best strategy for staying consistent and committed? That's what I'm trying to figure out, a strategy to stay consistent and committed. I've been staying pretty consistent with talk radio, you know, getting on every night and doing it. Sometimes some things come up like last night where I didn't get it up, but I put it up today, pre-recorded, but you know, it works. So the next category is sports. So listen, sports. I keep saying I'm gonna get better at covering sports, but I swear I just stare at the news like, okay, I don't know. I don't know. I need to get like a co-host for like the sports section of my show, even if it's just for sports section. You know, sports section comes up, pull up a co-host that can talk about sports and help me out with this area of my show. Anybody out there, if you're a sports fanatic and you wish to be a co-host for talk radio and, you know, collaborate with me a little bit, booyah, you know, put you out there, you can talk about the baseball, football, basketball, hockey, soccer, whatever, you know, all them different, like, sports events and stuff. Like, what should I be talking about right now? What's the biggest sports story I should cover this week? That's the audience question. What's the biggest sports story I should cover this week? Is it the NCAA Final Four March Madness thing, or, you know, what? Like, I can't do this all by myself. That's why, you know, I would not mind a co-host for this sports section. You know, see a new like from Nancy Armstrong. See my mama watching. She liked my show. She thinks I'm cool. But yeah, you know, if I can get at least a co-host for that part of the show, that would be helpful to me. Because I could just throw it to the sports guy, but I go ahead and talk, or the sports girl, or whoever. Nowadays, women know more about sports than men sometimes. It's been, you know, in the history, it was always men being the sports people. Now, like, women are moving into that, like, in the sports area and stuff.
Because we're awesome.
Well, yeah, I know you're awesome.
In regards to men, anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
So we just did a little reenactment of a thing. Anyways,
Right.
next up.
I couldn't help it. I just thought it was funny.
Next up is world news. I've been starting to kind of take a couple little trending news stories and, you know, put it down. And if you go into description, YouTube description and stuff, there's where it says read more, and you can click and read it. Read the whole article or whatever. And I put down 3 different ones on here. One says a 1979 cold case solved with genetic genealogy. And then, you know, you can click and read more and go read more because the link is in the description. Number 2, judge blocks Trump's transgender military ban, which is cool, you know. The judge was like, hell with you. And then number 3, Israeli forces resume ground operations in Gaza. So, you know, no peace in this world. No peace. Israeli is like against Gaza or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, so audience question, which of these stories interests you the most? Do Do you think genetic genealogy is the future of solving cold cases? I could see genetic genealogy being the future of solving cold cases because, you find a little bit of like...
Mardi Gras in my...
No, listen. You find a little like piece of like hair on some piece of clothing from like 40 years ago and you can solve something right there. Because it's like the little hair is like genetically like whatever. I don't know. I'm not smart with this stuff. Okay, I just read it. I just talk. Okay. I'm not that good with the stuff, but I try. And the wife, she just makes fun of me all the time.
No, I wasn't even making fun of you.
She could have been.
But I didn't. I actually did not make fun of you. You just thought.
You could have.
But I'm not, and I didn't, and I'm not going to.
Well, I know you didn't, but you could have.
I support you.
Everybody supports me because I'm awesome. Anyways, we'll do back to movie talk. We did the movie talk on the last episode, and it's basically the same because it's worth repeating because these are movies coming out in the near future, and maybe you'd want to see them. Like this first one coming out this Friday, May 21st. Popeye the Slayer Man.
Slayer?
Yes. Popeye the Slayer Man. That's what it said. And then there's the link to it that you can go click on the link and see the movie talk about it. Then we got on Friday, April 4th, we got 2 movies coming out. A Minecraft movie, which I believe is a Jason Momoa new movie or something. And then there's Gazer or Gazer or something like that. Gazer. And that comes out Friday, April 4th as well.
Another movie comes out on Friday, on the 21st.
What?
Snow White, live action Snow White.
Okay, well, hold on to that. Okay. Keep it in mind until I finish to this part, okay? And then next on Friday, April 25th, we got Until Dawn. And then Friday, May 16th, Final Destination Bloodlines, which is
going to see that.
Which is one I want to go see.
I want to see it as a birthday present, so you have to get money and pay for it to take me as a birthday present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also May 16th, Friday, May 16th, The Ruse, or something like that. The Ruse. Then Friday, May 23rd, we got Lilo and Stitch, or Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch. Wait, that comes out in May?
May 23rd, Friday.
Yeah. I'm going to see that one too.
And then the following Friday, May 29th, we got Karate Kid Legends, which I would maybe like to see as well. Karate Kid Legends.
Yeah, me too.
So those two.
It has Rockma too in it.
Yeah, those movies would be cool to see. Just to kind of. And Popeye the Slayer, man, I don't know. It sounds kind of funny and cool, but yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they did make a Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny. Like, how are you going to turn Winnie the Pooh, do Winnie the Pooh dirty like that?
I know, right?
And turn him into, like, a horror person. Our sweet, cuddly friend growing up. Everybody loved Winnie the Pooh. And 90% of people from our era had Winnie the Pooh stuffies.
Yeah.
And, like, Care Bears and Starbright and...
Starbright! So, audience questions. What movies are you most excited for? Yeah, was there any movies I left off that, you'd maybe wish to see? And you can kind of share in the comments. So other people can kind of get an idea of what's coming out. Because if I'm not on top of things, I need my audience to be on top of things. Because y'all smart too. Not as smart as me, but, smart. So let's see. With that being said, then there's the TV stuff. There's a new season of Squid Games or something like that. What's it called?
Squid Games.
What's it called?
Good game.
New Squid Game's coming out in the summertime, like June or July or something. So, that's a little bit of ways, but
And also season 3 of The Wheel of Time.
well, the time already started.
Ah!
I saw a thing saying that it was on, and I was like, oh, Jennifer didn't watch it yet. What the heck? But,
I gotta renew my Amazon Prime. I'm gonna do that.
we kind of busy and stuff. And then, all the award shows I was talking about last night, the Grammys, the Oscars. I missed those 2 award shows. I'm always missing award shows. And I tend to like watching award shows, so I got another chance on June 8th when the Tony Awards are on. But with missing all these stupid award shows and not being able to watch them because I forget that they're coming on, now I'm getting in my head to make my own damn award show. Like the CrowRules Entertainment Awards, It'd be kind of, a show that's solely for fans, the fans only. Fans plan, the fans can, make the nominees, vote on nominees.
They have one. It's called the People's Choice Award.
No, this is CrowRules Entertainment Awards. It's different, okay? It's different, okay? It's different. Don't judge. It can be, all you fans can, send in your votes to be, who's in each category.
Yeah, just like People's Choice Awards.
And to start it off, if I try to make this happen, you all can send in your votes to have categories created, like best live streamer, best gaming live streamer, best whatever, and then best musical acts, best movies and movie actors and actresses, best TV actors and actresses and TV shows. But, y'all can help, send in ideas for categories, and those categories will be made by the fans. And then the fans can vote to get nominees lined up for those categories, and then the fans can vote for the winner, ultimately. And it'd be like, there would be no interactions from me or some kind of judge and stuff like that, like a panel of judges. It'd be all my YouTube fans and stuff, and my CrowRules Entertainment fans and stuff. I think it'd be cool, but my voice from beyond back here wants to. And they already had the People's Choice Award. No, see that show. The people vote for the winners. The people don't vote to make the nominees. The judges and the, people behind the scenes of the award show nominates the people. And then the people vote for those who are nominated for a winner. I would have the people vote to get the nominees made. And then the people vote for the winner. It'd be kind of cool and different. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of a cool thing. And then, with the changing up of talk radio coming in the future, like I say, the 1st of April, I want to start doing this fully pre-recorded, put onto YouTube, shared to Facebook and stuff like that. Because the live thing, sometimes I get lost on what to talk about. And then, sometimes my script doesn't go as long as it needs. And then the voice from beyond makes fun of me because I have a script. but everybody gets scripts.
I didn't make fun of you.
Everybody has scripts. They always have to have scripts.
I'm not making fun of you for having a script. There's nothing wrong with having a script. I was teasing you because not even 5 minutes earlier you talked about how you didn't script these out and plan them. And then 5 minutes later talking about your script.
No, well, whatever. Okay? Today was different.
I was giving you shit because it was funny. And I love you. And it's okay.
Hey, I'm trying new things with this stuff because I'm trying to make it more interesting.
It is interesting. You're doing a great job.
I always do a great job.
And I'm not making fun of you or downing you. I'm just teasing you because I thought it would bring some comedy to the show.
The funniest thing is, the voice from beyond, a script right there on the bed. She's reading.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, that's how she's coming up with these jokes on me to make fun of me.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm telling you. She wrote all this stuff down and said, Riley Radio is crazy.
I mean, that's just hardcore facts that we all know.
Talk radio is not the best, not the best right now. It will be in the future. But right now, talk radio is still kind of, low on the totem pole of like shows. Because I ain't got the audience everybody else has. Grow this audience. Be consistent with my work and all that stuff. Family time, whether it's helping with my mom and brother, or helping my wife sometimes, or helping the child sometimes, or just spending family time. And then time out for my business, CrowRules Entertainment, just getting on and emailing people, or planning things out for the company. And then talk radio, planning it out, then getting on at 11 p.m. every night, doing the live, until I start the pre-recorded stuff. And then I'll be recording a couple episodes every day, and then post them on the day that they're supposed to go out. And just kind of schedule that out. That'll clear up a little bit of time, but not much. And then just time out for myself, getting out for a walk once in a while, once or twice a week. Get out, go to the park or something. Especially during the spring and summer when it's supposed to be nice. I don't want to do it now because it's cold and rainy and weather sucks in Washington State at this time of year. That's why everybody's getting sick around here. Tomorrow morning I got to get up early, go to the Madigan Army Medical Center with my mama for her appointments. Lab work.
And they're going to give him a lobotomy.
And they're going to give me a lobotomy. And I'm going to come home and be like,
exactly like that. Quiet.
With my eyes all ugh. And then mom and the wife be like, thank God he's shutting up.
How did you know?
Anyways. But no, my mama got to get blood work. And then she's going to get an x-ray on her back because she got a lump on her back and her back hurts a lot sometimes. So they're going to check it. And then, I'll come home and I got to try to figure out dinner because I'll be out with mom. And so I got, and then this shit tomorrow night and then talk radio tomorrow night. I'll do the rest of this week live, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And like I talked about yesterday, or the last episode, should I do it to where every episode's pre-recorded, or should I keep it where 4 days pre-recorded and 1 day live, and have that special day for live, Time Warp Thursday where we talk about paranormal stuff, or maybe a Wedgie Wednesday, and keep Wedgie Wednesday live, or keep Thursdays live, because Thursday is a night that we talk about ghosts and all that stuff. So that could be another audience question there. What nights should I keep one night live and the rest pre-recorded for a while, or just do all of them pre-recorded for a while and work on my how I do the show and how the show gets better and grows and audience grows. And Voice from Beyond getting all talkative tonight. I need to work on this one to be maybe a co-host. They don't even have to show their face. They can stay behind the green screen and just blab. I can give them a microphone maybe. Get a microphone and she can be like that. And
no, I don't do that. Addie does that when they wake up in the middle of the night.
no, she goes.
Exactly.
But yeah, I try to make this show as interesting and fun as possible. And I know, sometimes my mind goes, negative. Through this Tonight Show a little bit when I was getting into personal news and stuff like that. I'm not sure how many people in the world are going to give a damn about my actual personal news, but, that's what podcasts are about. Podcasts, people talk about their life and stuff. This is just video type podcast. So, I talk about my life, I talk about my business news, my life news, world news, television news, movie news, sports news. Not really, because I don't know much about sports. I haven't kept up with sports in years, So, but yeah, kind of getting into final thoughts and stuff, just kind of closing out the episode here. As we wrap up this Wedgie Wednesday, I think, I enjoy you guys watching, whoever watches, whether you're live or if you watch the replay. The show wouldn't be the same without you because you wouldn't be watching, and I'd have nobody to talk to, except the people in my house who I drive nuts. I'm telling you right now. So,
You're putting words in our mouth.
No, it's true. Mom liked my video earlier. She knows I tell the truth. That's why she liked it. Because she knows I drive you all nuts. So let's see. Some things kind of that, the audience can kind of talk about on their comments or whatever throughout the week or whatever, or whenever they want to comment. What's one thing you're working on improving in your life? Just, the people I'm watching. What are you working on? And then, I talk about what I'm wanting to work on. We can hold each other accountable and kind of like ask questions later on. How you doing on that plan to do this and this and this? And then, like, kind of show support that way. Show that, people do care even if you don't know them. So you'd be like, how you doing on that plan of yours to do this or that or this and that? And then, communicado. And next is, which movie or news story stood out to you the most tonight? What movie or what news story out of the 3 news stories I told you about, which one stood out the most to you tonight? Which one made you think? And the last audience question for the night, no more questions after this one, but what's a topic I should cover next week on Wedgie Wednesday? What kind of things should I talk about on the random night? Give me something not random, and that would make that even more random because it's supposed to be random night, and you're giving me something, so that would make that random because it's not supposed to be like planned out so thoroughly. So help me make it even weirder, okay? I mean, come on now. So yeah, those are the questions. Throughout the show, I've done some audience questions. You guys can like comment and kind of share, and I may give shout outs next week or throughout the week for anybody who maybe commented on any of these questions, and just kind of, especially if it's something like the thing people are working on to improve their life, maybe I'll give a shout out, like, my best to you. I hope you get, to where you want to be in your life and work on improving your life and all that stuff, just to show support, even if I don't know you. I'm just a man on the computer screen. Yeah. But as always, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, all those things to keep my community growing. And if I get to 1,000 subscribers, I promise the ladies in my life that I would dress up as a girl with makeup and everything. It's gonna be kind of fun but weird, but I don't mind it. It'll be probably a Wedgie Wednesday episode where I do that. Because randomness. It's just kind of crazy.
It's gonna be on a sock Thursday.
What? A thought
Thursday. We're gonna dress up as a sock.
What?
Nothing.
What the heck are you talking about?
No.
You're gonna dress me up as a thought?
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it.
THOT.
T-H-O-T?
If you don't get it, I'm sure the viewers will.
I don't get it. Y'all comment. Tell me what you're talking about.
Y'all comment and tell them what a thought is.
Yeah, I'm out of the loop on that one. So, yeah, if anybody can help me with that one. She suggested that, and I don't even know what the hell it is. Help me, people, help me. But yeah, tonight was, interesting night. You taught a little bit of the history of a wedgie, kind of a little short there on YouTube. And then the personal news talk, the business news talk, me wanting to get more, more not yawning anymore. It's almost midnight, come on. But anyways, I want to get more into like planning and scheduling my days a little bit better to where everything gets a certain amount of time and I can work on everything and not have like things getting left out because I ain't got time for it. And just, like CrowRules Entertainment always gets left out because I ain't really got the time to sit and like email schools or whatever. And then talk radio is kind of one of the top priorities because I do it every night at 11. And then, take care of my family. That's pretty much the top priority because I love my family and I want to take care of them and make sure they stay safe and loved and cared for. Even though I'm a thought, I don't get it.
I didn't say you are a thought, so we're going to dress you as a thought if you get to 1,000.
Just me as a thought. What are y'all gonna do? Put a question mark on my head?
That's not even what it means. Someone please watch this and comment and tell them what a thought is. I can tell them
Help Riley Radio, man. Help Riley Radio. I'm 50 years old. I'm not young. I don't know this like terminology. It could be something horrible where she's gonna dress me up as a hooker or something. I don't. Come on now. I don't want to be dressing up as some trampy hooker. I want to be fun. Y'all probably would think it'd be fun. Y'all probably would be like, yes, do it. We're going to get you to 1,000 viewers so you can dress up like a hooker. No. If you do it just in spite of me like that, I'm going to not do it.
How are you going to know if they're doing it because they love that fight or not?
No, that's why this is funny, because I wouldn't know. But, yeah. So, inform me on what the thought that she's talking about is, because I'm lost on that. I don't know. But, let me know so I know what I'm working with here. Okay? And remember, scrolling on the bottom, check out my website, become a member, CrowRulesEntertainment.com. Then you can go and chat in the forums, chat in the groups, read my blogs, comment on those, watch the live streams over there on the website, and just keep an eye on my business and see how it's growing and see what kind of successes or failures I get, And stay tuned for the next guest coming up next Tuesday, March 25th, Our Truth Music. And then April 4th, Michael Allison. And then April 10th, Brown O'Landrum. I'll probably get a hold of Brown O'Landrum and just be like, we'll just do pre-recorded because, it probably work better. So, yeah. And I just hope that you guys continue to keep coming back and watching. Telling your friends to go watch this fool. The boy is crazy. You gotta go watch him. Sometimes you don't even know what he's talking about, And then he tries to hide the fact that he got a script, and then he gets called out, and then he has to be like, everybody has a script. So it's all fun, It's fun randomness on a Wednesday. You gotta love it. But yeah, just keep the comments coming, keep the likes and shares and subscriptions coming. To you watching on Facebook, Mom, thank you. And whoever else watched. Twitch, thank you.
I didn't watch.
I always have one viewer on Twitch no matter what. It's like weird. It's the weirdest thing. No matter when I'm live, one Twitch viewer constantly. I think somebody sits in my Twitch channel and just waits for me to come online. I don't know. 0 YouTube people, which, that's okay. And I don't know how many Kick people watch because it doesn't have a Kick count thing, which is okay.
It has to be because you have a book.
Yeah. And then I'll probably have a new blog post up by morning, just kind of talking about tonight's episode and what was talked about and all that stuff. So, yeah, with that, 11:51, it's, close to midnight. I'm getting down there on the nitty-gritty of the dirty dosh because I'm going to dress up as a thought. They're going to put question marks all over my head and stuff. Yes, I'm being adorable right now because nobody's chatting and telling me what it is yet. Please comment and let me know. So I know.
Here. I got it in.
No, you don't.
Hey Siri.
Don't tell me.
Hey Siri. What is the slang term thought mean?
Here's an answer from definitions.net and askdifference.com.
She's stupid. Never mind.
She's trying to ruin my little deal here. I'm trying to get audience
I'm
participation.
sorry. I won't do it. Sorry.
Y'all tell me that way. I know. Not looking it up and stuff. Just wait for people to comment, and if nobody comments within the next few weeks or whatever, then I'll just have the voice from beyond over here tell me what it is.
It's going to be you, and you hit 1,000.
Yeah, and see, she wants me to get to 1,000 subscribers, so subscribe.
He has to sleep on the floor until he gets 1,000 subscribers. If you guys want him to sleep in his bed ever again, get him to 1,000 subs.
Okay. Sure, whatever. It's crazy, man. She's talking about sleeping on the floor. I sleep on the floor a lot because it helps my throat and stuff.
You just brought it to the floor.
I know.
But if they thought I was going to force sleep on the floor, they better sub to get you back on the bed.
Whatever. I still want to just know what thought is. So y'all need to comment and let me know. Okay? Because it's just the way it is. But yeah, the throat thing, I just have throat issues. I had a biopsy on it, so and it's just sore sometimes. A lot of times at night, after a day of talking and a day of, the voice box getting used and the vibration of the throat, it just irritates it. So, I'm not going to sit here and lie on my show, so I tell the truth. It's fine. If anybody wants answers, ask questions, I will answer anything. I don't care.
Are you ready to dress as a thought?
I'll dress as a thought, I just don't know what a thought is, so somebody's got to tell me.
Ask questions, let's ask a question.
Yes, I'm ready to dress up as a thought, but I need people to comment to tell me what a thought is so I can know what I'm dressing up as. You get it, right? Yeah, y'all get it. See, I got 2 viewers on Facebook now, so, Facebook moving better than YouTube.
2000, so we can dress up as a woman.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. And don't forget, also in this description, you can go to my GoFundMe fundraising. I almost said gun because I was putting go and fun. GoFundMe fundraising thing to help build my business and help however possible to help. And then just kind of keep me in your thoughts. You get it? Thoughts, because I'm going to be dressing up as a thought. So keep me in your thoughts. And please comment and tell me what a thought is. Anybody who's understanding this slang thing that my wife's trying to get drilled in my head, and I am not able to think of what it could be. I don't get it. I'm lost. I'm a guy. I'm not smart enough. Okay. And you know, come back tomorrow for Time Warp Thursday. We'll be doing two new unsolved mystery type things. Last week we did a D.B. Cooper and the Solder Children or something. I'll have to go back and watch it. And you can go back and watch it too and see what was talked about. This week it's going to be 2 different unsolved mystery type things, and we can see if we can try to crack the case and solve it somehow. Maybe with genetic genealogy. I don't know. I'm being a dork right now because, yeah, I'm in a good mood. I'm trying to plan out things to get better time with my talk show, my CrowRules Entertainment, my family, and me time. So, yeah. And this show right now, this show's been my baby. I want to try to get it to be the best it can be and try to better my camera, in front of camera ways. Be better at talking, better at whatever. So, stay tuned. Come back tomorrow, and if you watch this later as a replay, comment, answer some of the questions throughout the show that I was asking and stuff, and then tell me what a thought is. If I get to 1,000 subscribers, I said I'll dress like a girl, and the wife comes out with gonna dress me up as a thought. I'm like, what the heck? Some of you younger people, man, let me know what a thought is. What is that slang term? Is it? I don't know. Yeah. So help me out, people. Help me out. I need a lot of help with that one because I don't know. And my dumb ass was like, "Oh, you're gonna dress me up with a question mark on my head?" Yeah. See, I need help, people. Please, thank you. So I will close out the show here and say my goodbyes. It's 11:58. So.
Now you got 2 minutes, buddy.
No, I've made it my hour. Yeah. Because sometimes, like I was saying on the last episode that was pre-recorded, when I start getting into pre-recorded stuff, some episodes may be a little under an hour, some may go a little over an hour, depending on how much I talk on the pre-recorded stuff. Like last night's episode was 51 minutes, so I was 9 minutes short of an hour. I was close. Future pre-recorded thing, I might go an hour and 9 minutes. Be 9 minutes over or more. You never know. So anyways, peace, love, be nice to each other, you know. You can tease like me and the wife been doing kind of tonight, just kind of joking around and teasing. But, you know, love each other. Be nice, show you care, and just kind of be there for people. Especially the people you love. Like me. I'm here for my mama. I'm here for my wife. I'm here for my brother. I'm here for the child. I'm here for the cats. I'm here for my snake. I'm here for the everything. Yeah, I care. And sometimes you can care too much. Sometimes you can care too less. If that makes any sense. So yeah. 23 hours from now, we'll be back with Time Warp Thursday. And we'll have some fun talking about unsolved mysteries and trying to crack some old cases that ain't been solved ever. So, you guys have a good one, and I will talk to you in 23 hours on Talk Radio. I should make a little jingle. Talk Radio! Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a dork. Love you all.